What a beautiful people. It is your homegirl, Shameless, all up in your building. You know the deal. School first, homework, then you can watch a video. You know, you gotta work, and then you gotta reward yourself. Anyways, I missed you guys. I need to do this because every time I get like real like nitty gritty, it's a voiceover with Jay Elliott's beats and boo-hoos. And I'm so grateful for having you guys in my life. Thank you so much. Because of you, I am growing and discovering more of myself. And I hope my videos are helping you out too. I don't know about you guys, but around this time of the year, we all get like sentimental self-reflection. You know, we take a look at what's going on in here. And I'm kind of down because I'm like, what's the next step? So I'm wondering if any of you guys feel that way. Let me know, comment below. But that's what I've been feeling just before the holidays. During the holidays, I was very lost, very like, what am I doing with my life? You know, I'm a slave to these numbers. I don't like it. So I'm checking out, guys. Sorry. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. I am not checking out. But when I started this YouTube channel, I was living. I spent my whole life living. Oh. I did a lot. I traveled a lot. I created with my hands a lot. I renovated. I reupholstered my couch. I was just doing a lot of things, a lot of stuff. And then I started to like hear buzzes of like things happening online. So I was like, oh, I never really went on YouTube unless I was like searching for like how to, you know, do electrical work in my ceiling lights, because I was like a DIY girl. Then I went online and then I was like, oh, I have a lot to share because I've been doing so much stuff. So I did that. And then the comments regarding the hair, the makeup, the clothing, all of these things started to come up. And I went with it because I'm very open-minded. I like to try things out. I'm a yes girl. And I've been doing that for a little over a year and a half. And now it's very highly saturated online. Everyone's on Instagram, everyone's on YouTube, everyone's on Twitter, Facebook, and it's a lot of voices. And sometimes it's hard for me to think clearly when I have all these voices, and I spend my whole life without those voices. The only voice that I had was this voice of negativity, of self-doubt, of fear, of shame, of blah. But now it's just like, what do I want? It's hard for me to focus on what I want and making my efforts on that, because when you become a YouTuber, which is what I am now, which I never intended, but I'm grateful for this opportunity, was you get paid based on views, like how many views you get. So then it becomes this game of trying to get more views. It's just a numbers game, and I don't like that. But I guess that's how the world is operating these days. It never used to be like this. People are getting caught up. They just want the numbers, and they're not focused on the quality. It's just about quantity. Like, this is like mass consumerism, like cray. And I think there needs to be a healthy balance. I think those things work. But I think for me especially, I just need to focus. And it's really hard to focus when I have hundreds and thousands of voices. But I do appreciate that. And that's not to say like stop telling me what to do. That's just a sign for me to be like, Maya, you need to do yopo. And I gotta check out of this social media stuff. I gotta reserve it to like once a day lunch, maybe. I was feeling down because I lost sight of what it is that I want, what was my intention, what was my purpose, and then also comparing myself. It's really hard with the social media to not compare yourself, especially when you see people are doing really well. You're like, meh. I'm guilty of it. But every time I see someone doing really well, I'm very happy for them, because I know when I was doing well, it was during some sort of crisis, and it was a huge blessing for me. So when I see people doing well, I try really hard not to compare myself, because I don't know what that person's going through. I don't know what struggles they have. I don't know their life before, during. So I just want to send positivity into the world. I do love dressing up. I do enjoy playing with makeup and playing with fashion. So I still want to do that, but there will be a lot more vlogging. I've seen some awesome exhibits here in New York. I've been filming it, so I'm going to share that with you guys here. Those are things that inspire me because I spent a whole year just dishing, filming, editing, uploading, commenting, writing back, responding. That was my life. I kid you not, for a full year. That's all I did full time. I'm a full-time YouTuber. That is not how I want to live my life. So I want to get back into acting. My photography that I intend to do, because it was kind of the same deal. I was a photographer for a bunch of clients, like always shooting for the client. I don't necessarily want to do that, although I don't mind it here and there. But for myself, personally, I just want to do some like fine art photography projects for myself. And even with the acting thing, again, if I act elsewhere, it's going to be taking me away from my channel. But I was thinking, if I can come up with a web series concept and upload it here, then I'm still here. So I will still be doing the things that I love here. I love action movies. As you can tell, I'm very like, I can't sit still. But I want to do some sort of action web-based series. Do you guys have any ideas? Like storylines, concept? Are there any writers out there? Comment below. But yeah, that's what I can think of in terms of still doing me without abandoning you guys. But that's kind of what I envisioned. In order to stay here on my channel, I could do that stuff here, or I do that stuff outside of here and I just vlog. And you'll get vlogs. But I still have a few videos that I want to wrap up. I have my skincare, my updated winter routine. Because actually I do have a routine. I have some like New York things that I've been filming. I want to do the Where You Live series, but I have to like ask a bunch of people. Because I live in Harlem. I'm a Harlem girl. And Harlem heads and the BK heads, we do our own thing. Totally different states. But yeah, that's what's happening. So Jackie, where's Jackie? Jackie is home. She's bouncing between my mom and my brother and Megan's place, because I'm going to be in Los Angeles, California, LA, to network, because I want to act and I want to like get out there. I don't have an acting agent, so I have to get that. I have a voiceover acting agent, but I don't have an on-camera agent, so that's what I'm going to be working on. The things that I learned in 2013 especially is to not get caught up in the hype, not get caught up in numbers, not get caught up in comparing, and to cut down on social media. This is kind of getting slightly out of hand, but the world will keep doing the world. I just need to do me and just slow my roll. What are you guys working on? Comment below, let me know. And thank you guys so much. Seriously, honestly, thank you so much. All of this is all good. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey. I don't ever believe in regrets, mistakes, any of that. I only believe in things happen for a reason. They happen because had I not gone through this, I wouldn't have learned this. I wouldn't have discovered this. I wouldn't be who I am without going through all of those things. So thank you guys so much. That was a lot of rambling. The things I discovered about social media, about this year of 2013. I gotta time manage being online, because online it's just like, it's just like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is gone. Had I not been doing that, I could have been doing something else. But anyways, I'm gonna try to upload some techie stuff. I still gotta do my color balance one. I gotta do that. I have a bunch of stuff I gotta do. But I also have to do me, which is live my life outside of the ones and ohs. So, remember to do you. Be you. Stay true. Be shameless. Be fearless. Be bold. Be beautiful. Be young and restless. Okay. Bye.